All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? It is Wednesday. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. All right, hold on. Let me mute this. There we go. All right, guys. So, what's up, Missouri? Good morning, man. James, what's up, brother? Bill Harris, good morning. Chase, Foy, Ariz, Jack, IND, good morning. Pun, Netron, two-way. What's up, guys? All right, so we got a big gap down in the SPY today. The SPY is gapping down to 245. Friday it rebounded some on Friday. Or not Friday. What was this? This was Monday. On Monday it did rebound some right before the close, but then it ended up gapping down, and so it's still down. Let's look at the daily chart. Yeah, it's a gap down here. So we'll see what we get with the SPY today. We are getting some volatility, which is good. So we'll see what we get. It is gapping down. So watching AMD because of that, very similar to the actual SPY. What's up, Casey? That's all right, man. My audio is low. Hold on 1 second. All right, that should be a little bit better. Let me know if that's better. But yeah, so watching AMD, we're not really getting that many good gap ups today. Everything looks a little slow right now, honestly. BSPR, VTVT, APHA, VTVT is moving some, but overall the market's just a little dull today. Kind of a bummer, but that's what we get. So this is my watch list. It's pretty small. What's up, Joseph, Abdul, John? Good morning. We should get Mitch here sometime soon as well. Yeah, how about LSU beating UCF? Mitch was not happy about it yesterday. But I told everybody, LSU had that, man. LSU taking down UCF, you know. Oh, CCCL doesn't look bad either. What's up, Brian? PRAN. Yeah, you can see CCCL doesn't look too bad. I doubt it's tradable. What are some of those? I mean, I see CCCL. What is Tiva? What's another one? I hope we get some better gaps. I'm just not seeing much I really like. Let me know if you guys see any stocks that I didn't see. Just right now, CCCL maybe, SFET maybe a little bit, but not the best. And that's about it. I mean, we got the SPY gapping down, so we have a lot of these other stocks gapping down, but Did I really, Todd? I mean, bro, it was New Year's. You know what I mean? So I mean, if there was any time for me to ignore your text, Todd, it was New Year's, man. You know. It's been hectic on my end. Yeah, Spy's down a lot, man. Um, we'll see what we get. I mean, with the Spy being down, it just depends. We've had decent results the last few days, waiting for the Spy to pick a direction before jumping into fades. And so I'm kind of going to take that same approach. I want the Spy for me to take a fade, the Spy has to push down. Oh yeah, PRAN doesn't look bad. It's probably not tradable though. We can look up the news. Yeah, PRAN's not tradable, but we can look up the news on some of these just so you guys can have some. Because if any stock starts to move, I'll be able to catch it with the scanners. So let's see. Yeah, but how about those LSU Tigers? That's all I'm saying. All right, so let's look up PRAN here and see what we get. Uh, So Life Biosciences LLC leaded a strategic investment of up to 44.5 million, which is 34 or 31.4 million US in PRANA. So in PRAN, uh, so they received a big investment for PRAN. I think everybody can probably hear my doorbells ringing. My wife's gonna have to get that. Yeah, we got contractors coming out here to work on my house. I just hope they don't hurt my internet. But yeah, they received a strategic investment. PRAN did. That's the news story I'm seeing from Life Biosciences. The strategic investment of 31.4 million. All right, so now we can look at CCCL. I'll get to it in just a second, Todd. I mean, I'm really thinking it just depends, right? With this big gap down, I'm naturally inclined to think it's going to rebound some, but if it stays in a downward trend, I may attack a fade. It just depends. It depends on what it does. I'm definitely more inclined for a rebound. I think it'll probably rebound. And it's a big gap down on the SPY, but it's not really outside of the range the SPY has been in the last few weeks, and so we'll see what we get. Alright, so CCCL has no news that I see. Somebody posted something on the 31st. Let's see if it has anything. So CCCL had a public offering at the end of November. The offering was set to close early December. But that's all I really see for it. They plan to use the net proceeds from the offering to fund their inventory distribution expenses, vendor obligations outside of the PRC, as well as for general corporate working capital purposes. So I mean, is it good news? It's all right. I mean, I wouldn't say it's great news. It's just kind of fluff piece to see if they could push the stock up, which they probably did. I don't know. Most likely getting pumped up though for CCCL. All right, here. All right, this should help. If my audio is that much down, this should help. So let me know if that works. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking too. Am I going to buy put options on the SPY? I really doubt it. First off, I mean, options on the SPY are expensive. So the only way I'm going to buy put options is if it's like longer term and I really think the market's going to crash. And so, yeah, I'm not going to buy put options just because put options on the SPY are expensive. You know, one contract's going to be like at least $150, probably more than that per contract. Let's see, Tesla. Tesla down a lot as well. Tesla's down a decent percent. Robinhood, I mean, Robinhood is where I usually buy put options on anyway. But usually if I buy put options, like what I buy options on is like a very specific scenario. You know, usually it has to do with like a stock gapping up over 10%, and then the stock gaps up over 10%, like in a really overextended, overbought gap, and then I buy a put option on that. Usually it's like 2 weeks to a month put option, and I just kind of wait for it to come back down. That's usually what I do with options, and it works fairly well. I just have to look for overextended daily charts and overextended gaps, and then just buy put options on those. And more times than not, they end up working. So. Whoa, that's loud. That hurt my ears. Appreciate the sub, Duma. The real Sicario, Thomas Smith. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it. All right, so yeah, we'll see what we get today. I forgot today was Wednesday. I thought today was Monday. I sent Mitch the invite. I forgot that he probably isn't going to be here today. Also, VTVT doesn't look terrible. VTVT is at least moving some here. I do like this daily chart for a short, but I would have liked it better at 350 up here. You know, like big extended move. Buy put option around here. Write it down some. We'll see what we get there. Let me see what. I mean. And if you want to see a good example of kind of what I'm talking about, like I bought a put option on WATT. I'm still holding it now, like you can see. It's just a $5 put. Um, Sorry guys, hold on 1 second. But yeah, I bought a put option on WATT way up here when it was at like 7 something, and then it's back down to 544. I'm just looking for it to continue dropping here. I have like a few weeks to let this work. It's worth the risk. What's up, Felix Clay? Luke. Yeah, I have a Ustock account. I don't really use it. I think Ustock is good for like long traders who don't need any leverage. You know, if you're a long trader and you don't really need leverage, I think Ustock trade is decent. The fills aren't great, but commissions are $1, so that usually compensates for what you would pay for commissions anyway. And so it's not that bad. But yeah, a lot of these stocks are getting hit today. Just kind of following the overall SPY. I did make money on my NBEV trade. I think it was NBEV. If you watched the stream on Monday, I made money with that one. Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well, man. Right, that's the big flaw with Ustock trade, is that certain stocks are labeled limited liquidity, and it makes it so that certain stocks are labeled limited liquidity, and so you basically can't trade them. And a lot of times it'll be the big movers of the day. It's most likely their risk department, restricting stocks, which is to be expected with most, especially overseas brokers. But Ustock isn't an overseas broker, so it's to be expected. MRT gapping up. It looks like a acquisition of some sort. Let's look it up. Yeah, Omega Healthcare is to buy Med Equities Realty in a deal valued at $600 million. So yeah, acquisition, which is what I figured. Usually when you see a stock gap up like this, but it has zero volume, it's usually an acquisition, unless it is like to a certain, like 1 to 10 or 10 or 10 to 1 split. If it goes down 10 times or up 10 times in size, then you can tell it's a split. But if not, and if it's just kind of some random number, it's probably an acquisition. Futures are pointed at significant losses at open due to China economic data. Due to this, you're waiting for stocks to prove to me that it can hold its gains before I get in. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it might be a good thing for a short trader like me. It just depends on what the overall market does. I still have to be careful. I mean, just because the market's gapping down, it means that the market could very well rebound today. And if the market rebounds, a lot of these other stocks are going to rebound. And so I just don't want to get caught in a squeeze up or a rebound play with some of these. And so if I take a trade, I want to make sure the stock's trending in that direction beforehand. So we'll see what we get. Luke is in CCCL at 161. You in short, Luke? Or you're probably long now is what you mean. You got in at 160. It's moved up to 181. You could set a risk at 170. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yeah, that's reasonable, I think. We're just not getting that many gaps today. Gap ups, at least. Yeah, definitely, man. We're most definitely in a shorters market, at least the way the market's been in the last few days. I am looking at AMD though because this one's had like, what is this? Let me remove some of this. This one's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green days in a row. But like what it's been doing is it's been dropping initially and then rebounding. Like look, washout long on Friday. Or maybe this was Monday. And then another washout long on Tuesday. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, we had a bunch of fireworks here as well, man. Um, it was nice. I didn't, we did like sparklers here and stuff with my son and daughter, but they had some big fireworks going off where I am in North and in like the suburb of North Houston. Fireworks are illegal, and so I can't use them. So all we were able to do were sparklers. It was fun though. Yeah, Happy New Year's, Pat. That's right, two-way. Let's create the trade plan. Get ready, man. Let's do it. All right, guys. I'll be right back in like a minute. All right, I'm back. Whew, trash day today, man. I had to go push the trash cans out. All right. If not, my wife would have killed me. Right. I mean, I can't trade these, but I'm guessing most people are going to be watching CCCL and SFET, maybe PRAN. So, the three biggest percentage movers and stuff like that are PRAN, SFET, and CCCL. I like those three. I can't trade either of those because they're really cheap stocks. All of them are under $1. But if I could, I would be definitely watching them. AU making a move. Let's look at MU as well. I know Mitch was watching MU on Tuesday. Yeah, MU's gapping down significantly as well. AU gapping up some. Want to see a little bit more volume with AU. The volume just looks a little bit low. So that's the only thing with AU. The volume's just a little bit low. Let's see if AU is even tradable or not. It is. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud, come here. Hey, buddy, come here. Alright, bud, I was going to tell you where your mom was. But don't listen to me, that's fine. Ugh, my son, man. My wife went outside to move her truck. And now he's walking around the house. Yelling. Yeah, you hear him right here now, man. He just woke up like 20 minutes ago. My wife was like making him breakfast, but it's trash day today, and so I asked her if she could move my truck so that the garbage people can get the trash. And she was in the middle of making his breakfast. Now he's like panicking. DGAZ is a natural gas ETF, correct? I'm pretty sure it is. And so gas must be up because I'm pretty sure it's a gas ETF. DGAZ and UGAZ, but both of those don't look bad, honestly. They're just based off of certain things, and I think this is a natural gas ETF, is what I believe, if I remember correctly. What's up, Matthew? Happy New Year, brother. Yeah, Pran looks good. I mean, Pran probably has the best volume out of all of these. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, two-way. He's a good kid, though. All right, guys, we got about 7 minutes left. We'll see what we get right now. Happy New Year, Edwin. Happy New Year, brother. All right, first trading day of 2019, guys. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it had really low volume prior to this gap for PARN. I guess I'm more inclined that the market's going to... Hey, buddy, come here. This is why we call my son Mr. Drama. Watch. Alright. My wife's back. My son can calm down. He rages out. Yeah, we call my son Mr. Drama for that reason. Yeah, man. I mean, he's a good kid. He's a smart kid, but we call him Mr. Drama because he has no patience, and he's Mr. Drama. I mean, he's full of drama. GE. Yeah, man. I mean, he's a good kid, but yeah, I was looking at MRT. Well, MRT is a acquisition. Yeah, I think Dana White was just being dramatic, Matthew. I think Dana White was just being dramatic. Um, I understand it. Here's the thing. I don't think any person who thinks about it reasonably can say that Jones was not juicing. No, everybody knows Jones was on steroids. Like, let's be real here. I still think he's the greatest light heavyweight there's ever been, even if he wasn't on steroids. But he probably was, let's be honest. I still think he's like one of the greatest fighters there's ever been, but he's probably on steroids. You got to be real about it. Fun, James. Good luck with that, man. All right, guys. Let's see. We got about 3.5 minutes. We'll see what we get today. Gonna be watching AMD. Uh, what else? Kron, CGC. See what we get. Some good fades for those. That's right, Pat. Let's do it, man. I mean, here's the thing. I still think he was. I think the amount of levels he was probably microdosing, and I don't think microdosing can make that big of a difference. I think that he probably, I think he probably used it for like weight cutting. Is probably what he used it for. Like I think he used it to help with his weight cut. Maybe have a little bit more energy the next day. Was it wrong? Absolutely. Do I think he was doing steroids? 100%. I still think he probably beat everybody off of steroids, though. And so it's just how you would judge him using. Mitch is... Mitch is at work today. It's Wednesday. I keep thinking it's Monday because we had the holiday and stuff. But it's actually Wednesday. Yeah, TradeNet was having issues Monday. Oh yeah, Isaac, that was an accident though. Yeah, Mute pocket muted you, and whenever you put somebody in timeout, you can't undo it. And so like Mitch pocket muted you on accident, and then he tried to undo it, but he couldn't. And so, or was it an accident? It's like a conspiracy. Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar completely clean. Obviously clean. Oh yeah. All right. All right. Let's get the intraday scans up. We got 1 minute, guys. So good luck. All right. Watching AMD, Kron, MU, AU, CCCL, CGC, SFET, PRAN. That's about what I'm watching. We'll see if anything else pops up on the scanner. It's kind of a slow day in the market thus far. All right, guys. 20 seconds. All right, so the last 2 days have been profitable. We'll see if we can get another one today. Mitch is on like a 4 or 5 day win streak. All right, guys, here's the bell. Man, I gotta turn that volume down. That is way too loud in my ears. All right, so AMD spiking up some, Cron spiking up some. What we might get today is like an initial bounce, and then if the SPY turns around, we'll get some fails. All right, we got MU spiking up here, AMD spiking up, now retracing some of it. We got Cron up. The overall market spiked up a little bit, but it's moving up some. So we're getting an initial rebound from this big down gap that we had. TIVA spiking up as well. Pran popping up on the scanners. Pran spiked up and now it retraced some of that. ALT. Yeah, ALT starting to spike. MRT pushing up. A lot of stuff moving up right now except for APHA. APHA is really coming down. Alright, so for what's popping up on my scanners, a lot of stuff's moving up. You can see AMD, MU, the SPY overall. But what's coming up on my scanners is CCCL, which is about to test the pre-market high. I don't know if you guys can trade it. I can't, but it looks like it's trying to test the pre-market high. There's one. CCCL moving, yeah, for sure. There goes it breaking over the pre-market high at 209. It's up to 220. Pran really washing out some here. Pran reversing down to 2. AMD reversing here. ABAC's popping up. Maybe a VWAP bounce here. You can set a risk of 1803, 7-cent risk. Reward level 1825. Enter it at 1810. You got a 15-cent reward, 7-cent risk. A little late for it though. Kind of moved quick, but it didn't look bad. One I'm looking at now is APHA. APHA doesn't look bad here. If it pulls back to 560, only problem is risk reward. I mean, if it pulls back to 560, you would have to set your risk probably at 67, and so that's a 7-cent risk, and your reward's only about 11 cents or so, 10 cents, and so not quite 2 to 1. It just depends on if it keeps dropping here. If it gets down to like 45, I would consider it, but that's a big if. We'll see what we get. MBEV maybe rejecting there some, or we'll see what we get with that. CGC as well. SPY starting to come back. All right, so if APHA gets up to 560, I'll take it probably with the risk of 67, so about 7 cents. Let's look at the daily really quick. Yeah, I could see it coming down to 831 at least. Or 531. Yeah, there's that rebound. Like I said, if you use a 1803 risk, it's not bad. You could have already taken one profit there. Kind of spready for APHA. Tiva's running though. Yeah, see, there goes AMD. See, the VWAP bounce would have been a nice little play there. Like I said, risk of 1803, reward level of 1825. You get it at 1810 here. Nice little move. All right, so I got in APHA with 100 shares. I'll look to add if it gets back up there. It's a little spready right now. That's the only problem. That's why I jumped in with smaller sizing. We'll see. I'm not opposed to adding back to it if it gets up to 58, 60 or so. Just got to have a little bit better spread on this one. See if it gets back up there. Let's me get in bigger sizing here. It's good risk reward at this point with a target of 45 or so. Just got to even out on the spread. That's the only reason I'm in with only 100 shares is because it's got about a 3 or 4 cent spread. I don't want my risk to reward to be terrible here. Kind of squeezed up though. I'll give it some time. This one's just a little spready. Big order on the ask. It's good risk reward. It's just a big order on the ask. See what the SPY's doing. See if the SPY follows it. Where's that? All right, I added another 100 here, another 100 shares. We'll see what we get. I'm in with 200 shares now. Like I said, risk is still pretty tight. Only problem is the volume for APHA. But risk is about 7 cents or so. I'll lose about 20 on the trade if it goes against me, which is fine. Like I said, that the volume's the only bad part on this one. I don't hate it though. Yeah, there goes AMD. That's why you got to take profits at that 1825 level if you got in on the bounce. Let's see if we get some more dropping for APHA here. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous about with APHA is the volume. The volume's pretty low. The spread's about 5 cents now. There we go. It's a little bit better, but the spread is kind of scary here, to be honest. There's a squeeze back up. Got to be careful here. I don't want to see it break these highs. If it breaks the highs, I'll get out, just because it's a little low volume right now, and I'm not trying to get caught in a low volume spike here. There's 60. AMD spiking back. Very slow, choppy day, guys, so just be careful today. Very slow, dull, choppy day. I got to try to minimize my risk here a little bit. Especially with APHA, the one I'm in. It looked good when I first got into it. The volume wasn't bad, but the volume has since slowed down substantially. And so, you know, I'm in it, small size. I'm relatively protected, but with the low volume like it is, I don't want to get squeezed up here. What's the SPY doing? SPY is choppy too. Alright, there's 62. This is the part I have to be very, very careful with. Unless it comes right back down. If it squeezes up, I'm out. The chart still looks okay, but the spread is now getting worse. I got out of this one. I don't want to get caught in the spread. It's just low volume. I'm just not trying to get squeezed up to this high of the day and this high of the day break. Volume's just low. Looked good. I don't hate the trade. I think it was good risk reward, but volume's just a little too low for me in that one. See, honestly, CROD looks pretty bad to me. The reason it looks bad is just because the volume's so low right now. You know, I don't think this looked like a bad fade here. You know, you can see I tried to get in around here. And so this wasn't a bad fade. The volume's just too low. I think you got to be careful today. Just because most of the stocks that I'm usually watching, they're very low volume right now. Especially like APHA, low volume. Spread's kind of gnarly on it. What else? I don't see anything else that even looks good right now. Pran is kind of, it has volume at least, PRAN. The SPY may be starting to rebound here, and so you might see some of these other stocks starting to run. Yeah, for sure, Mitch. It's pretty low volume today, man. There goes and look at that. Look how nicely that 1803 risk level would have held for AMD. Well, the SPY, it's just about watching the SPY right now. Like the SPY is rebounding here, pushing up. And so with that, you'll see a lot of these start to move up as well. Volume is very low right now. It's about, what is this? It's about 15,000 shares traded a minute. And you can see when I got into it, it wasn't that bad. It was probably equaled out to about 50 on average. But after I got into it, you can see the volume just drop for APHA. And so I would have held it to my risk level up here, where I'd probably be getting stopped out of about right now. But the SPY's pushing up. The volume on the overall market's low. And so, I had to make the right decision and get out a little bit early on that one. And I think it was the right move. All right, Israel. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, for sure. That's something I'm kind of noticing now, Sid. I'm probably going to be very, very careful unless I see a lot of volume run through. I'm probably not going to, force anything. It just depends on what we get. It's just a choppy, slow day, though. Cara, C-A-R-A. I remember C-A-R-A. Whoa. Yeah, look at C-A-R-A, guys. Look at that one. Big move. And it's tradable. C-A-R-A is tradable. I don't know if I want to trade it right now, but it's tradable. It's got about a 11-12 cent spread, too. Appreciate the sub. Oh, thanks, Israel. Appreciate the $5 donation, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, bro. Happy New Year to you, man. Yeah, the dono. I mean, Alex, if you've been watching me for any real amount of time, I don't always say it's a choppy, slow day. I say it's a choppy, slow day when it's a choppy, slow day, and especially with the holiday and New Year's and Christmas and, the trading holidays in the last 2 weeks, most days lately have been choppy, slow days. And so, yeah, well, for sure, man. Well, I mean, like I said, the last 2 weeks have been choppy, slow days. I think let's ask everybody. So everybody else in the stream, do you all agree with me that it's a choppy, slow day? Do you think it's a choppy day or not today, guys? Because I'm pretty sure people are going to agree with me. Right, exactly, Jason. The last 4 weeks have been pretty choppy. There we go. Right. So it's not just me saying, it's not me saying it's choppy slow just to say it. It's me saying it's choppy slow because it's choppy slow. And the way I can really tell is by how many real gaps there are. On days that are decent, the gaps are going to be up decent. The gaps, there's going to be a lot of big gaps. The gaps are going to have volume. And on choppy days, there's not going to be as many gaps. And it's going to kind of look like what you see with like Cron or, NBEV, to where low volume, not much movement in pre-market the prior day, and it's just slow. It's kind of what it is. Yeah, I got it, Israel. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the $5 donation, man. But yeah, I got it for sure. But thanks, man. Happy New Year's to you, brother. But yeah, I was the last two trading days have been green. Um, I don't hate the APHA setup. I think that it was a good setup when I got into it. I don't think I probably should have added to it. Um, but overall, a small loss. I think this setup was decent. It looked like a nice fade, and then it just squeezed up. And I think I got out at the right time too, and so I would have gotten stopped out for APHA. So I followed my plan well, and that one just didn't work out. ALT just really low volume as well, you know. But yeah, this is what I mean when I say slow. Is that like if you look at ALT, just low volume, you know, like good volume. It all depends on the float, I guess, but good volume is like 1 to 500,000 shares traded per minute in the stock, and so you know when you're getting 10,000 shares per minute or less, like ALT, you know, it's just slow. ABAC's been popping up on my scanners. WATT. Yeah, I'm holding that put option for this one. I still have like almost a month, and so I'll be all right. Um, it still has quite a lot of time to come back down, but I paid a cheap price for it, so even if it runs up, it'll be all right. CGC's kind of squeezing up with the cannabis stocks, though. Yeah, right. Example, spot IV is only at 1.7. So yeah, it's pretty low. Barrios, I'm looking into any penny stocks to buy. Do you have suggestions? Um, I don't. The reason I don't isn't because I don't want to. It's just because penny stocks aren't really my style. Like usually I trade stocks in between like I don't know, like $5 to $20. And so I don't really trade much penny stocks, and I just don't want to give you the wrong advice. I don't know enough about trading, specifically investing in penny stocks to give you advice on it. And so I just don't want to give you the wrong advice, brother. So hope you understand. MU and AMD had nice VWAP bounces though. Look at this beautiful VWAP bounce on AMD or on MU, and then AMD had a nice one as well. That's the one play I did call out that I was right on. Was this first VWAP bounce here? MU's was prettier, but this one would have been a nice risk reward trade. You know, like I said, you get in here, risk can be 7 cents at 1803, reward can be up to that 1825 level. You could have already taken profits, so that one would have worked out. But this one was definitely prettier. But yeah, it's actually been crazy how poor the volume has been in the overall market the last few weeks. Usually December's good. Usually December we have a lot of volume, a lot of crazy moves, a lot of crazy runners, and this winter has just been slow. I'm hoping the volume comes back a little bit, but you know this quarter in the market has been pretty slow. Definitely not as good a volume as usual. It probably has to do with the market kind of tanking like it's been. Yeah, y'all can hear that, so it sounds like my mic is working well. Nah, man, I have contractors out here at my house. Right, the Spy's average volume is 115 million and a half. Right now it's at 10 million, so yeah, definitely low. I mean, this is mostly just due to the holidays. It's the day after New Year. A lot of people are hungover. A lot of people are on vacation. And so with that, you're not getting a lot of traders to give the market volume like you want to see. But yeah, sorry, I have contractors here. They're doing something over there. My house is like super noisy right now, man. My wife's on the phone, on speakerphone, in the next room. They got people hammering stuff. Yeah, right. Kind of looking at Tiva here for view up projection. I have to see something I really like though right now, and I don't know the risk reward on this. Maybe set a risk level of 32 for a tiny risk here. Yeah, guys, just be careful today. Volume's low and a lot of choppiness right now. You know, you can also tell it's choppy by looking at stuff going sideways, like AMD. Yeah, I mean, you know, it has a very obvious high and low. You know, you got the high up here at 1830, you got the low down here at about 1810, and so maximum low is about 1803. Look at Kara though. Kara probably has the best volume. Spy's kind of slowly chugging up here. Like I said, for Tiva, I don't hate this little, like, if you're gonna scalp it, like with 1833 risk right here for this rejection reward level of 23. So 4 cent risk. You know, what is that? 6 cent reward, 6 7 cent reward maybe. I don't hate it here. Yeah, look at MRIN spike here. Crazy move. Big move. Wow. Up to 608. You can also see the SPY is about to test that high of the day. What I consider AMD a triple top. Let's look at it. Kind of. Of course, it's not exact, but for the most part, yeah, I would consider that a triple top. You gotta be careful with like the cup and handle pattern if it bounces at 25 right here, though. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think it doesn't look bad for a triple top there. Like I said, though, you just gotta be careful about a cup and handle pattern if it bounces up here and squeezes up. Looking at the daily low scanner, see what we get here. RHE gapped up as well. Looks like a split though. Almost guaranteed to be a split. Yeah, I was watching Tiva. Like I said, the Tiva didn't look bad. Like I said, risk at 32 or so. 30. I'd probably want to be safe and set it at like 34 though, for like a 5 cent risk. May take a small trade on Tiva. Volume looks better than some of these other ones, considering it. Just because I can set a pretty tight risk of like 5-6 cents. The only problem is the reward level would be down here to 20. Like I said, though, this level risk didn't look bad for this rejection here. A little too late, though. SPY couldn't break the high. It's pulling back some here. We should see some of these other stocks start to drop now that the SPY is pulling back. We'll see if it holds support here at the 74 level. Appreciate the sub, Horatio. Thanks, brother. Yeah, this would have been a nice little VWAP projection play here. SPY's starting to tank, though. I'll be right back, guys, in like a minute. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Restroom break. Yeah, I think this is what I think, guys. I think especially with the market being like it is, QTT popping up on the scanners. I think the market with doing what it is, I think that shorting was a little risky today. The reason I think it was a little risky is because it's down so much already. The SPY's down so much already that even if the SPY ends up reversing, a lot of times people's bias on it is going to be long just because it was down so much already in this previous gap. And so with that, and the SPY moving up, probably should have waited a little while to get in. What did I get in today? APHA. And it took a small loss. I kind of scaled it down a little bit. But that's kind of what I think is that, you know, I think if you heard me this morning in the pre-market stream, during pre-market this morning, I remember saying specifically that I think the SPY is probably going to rebound some today. And that's what we got. Tiva rebounding, so I guess it was good that I didn't take that play. AMD just super choppy here. Look at this channel forming on AMD. So right now AMD has a triple top and a triple bottom. Yeah, for sure. I think it's way too big for the move for CARA. It's so big, in fact, I might consider a put option on that one too. Let me just look at the only problem is that it's extended. Yes, it's not as extended as like I'd want it to be. You know, it's extended. Yes, I don't know if it's already down a ton in the last few weeks though. So NBEV had a beautiful bounce here. Yeah, SPY finally rebounding some. Moving on up to the east side. Right, Isaac? That was my show back in the day, man. Yeah, like my horrible singing. Alright, we got Tiva rebounding all the way here. Most likely kind of following the overall market. Big rebound here. I sing like an angel, Isaac. You know it. I sing like an angel, man. Don't hate. Alright, well, here we go. At least some good news for WATT is it's coming back down. Which is what I wanted to see. Yeah, NVAX was moving a lot. I mean, it's up now. But we're getting some nice bounce plays. Look at NBEV. Beautiful little VWAP bounce here. I think the VWAP bounce was the play to make today. I just got to commit to it. Perfect bounce, though. You could have set a risk of 503, giving you a 4-cent risk, or a 5-cent risk, reward level of 18, giving you a 10-cent reward, so 2 to 1 exactly for NBEV. Would have just hit your profit target. I mean, I don't know if it's going to crash. I think that the SPY's just down a lot in the last few weeks, really few months. Look at BOX as well. BOX running up big here. What did VTVT end up doing? Crashing. Nice two-way. Good job, brother. I seriously doubt they did. I'm going to check to see if they ended up adding BTBT. Nope. Let's see what the SPY does here, though. The SPY's been really rebounding some, which is good for the overall market. It's rebounding some to about yesterday's close or so. This is the big level to watch, though. If you see this line, it's basically yesterday's close, or Monday's close. And so it's right up to that level now. If it gets rejected anywhere, it's probably going to be here on the SPY. So if the SPY is going to come back down, it's probably going to be around here. It may pull up a little bit more, but that's right around the closing price from yesterday. So with that, we might be able to see TVIX and UVXY start to run up. If you're predicting this subsequent fail on the SPY right here, then these may start to run up. If the SPY continues to push up, these will come back down some. Let's see what UVXY, the TVIX is kind of high right now with the SPY dropping. Same thing with UVXY. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly one trade I'm kind of looking at right now, Isaac, is like if I'm predicting the SPY is going to drop here, one play I'm kind of looking at is like a bounce in UVXY or TVIX. It's kind of a risky play. I'm probably not going to do it, but it's just kind of a mental paper trade to see if that trade idea works or not. Maybe something to back test. It'd be very easy to back test. You would just look at when the SPY starts testing the previous day's close. If it ends up getting rejected around the previous day's close, and with that, if you get a bounce on the TVIX and UVXY when that happens. And so it's a fairly easy type of trade idea to test. And so I'm kind of looking at it now, trying to build new trade ideas. It's something I've been trying to do for the last week or so, is just look for new styles of trades. New trade ideas to start back testing on. I think it's a process that most traders should go through where they're looking for new trade ideas. All right, and the level to watch where I can predicted it is 730 or 73 right here. See if we get a bounce. I think we probably will, but who knows? I think the SPY will pull back down to the 75 or 247.50s right about here maybe if it does pull back. SPY squeezing back up, still testing that $0.50. Alright, there goes SPY pushing it back. This is what I thought would happen. Fairly easy to predict this move. Even if it was just this little scalp here, I would have been up 30 cents, 40 cents or so. But fairly easy to predict this rejection right here on the SPY. I think me and Isaac had kind of the same mentality with it. and now you're getting this big run up, and so that may be a play I'm looking at a little bit more. Maybe start the back testing on that one. It looks interesting, to say the least. You know, because even no matter what it does here, that's 40 cents or so, one TVIX, if you get in with the scalping mentality. And then if it gives it up more and breaks 248, it's really going to push back up. And so not a bad little move here. Maybe something I start testing on. And like I said, the basic idea, just if you guys can want to pick my brain a little bit, is that anytime the SPY starts testing the previous close, if you could write it down for a scalp, taking the opposing side on the TVIX, or I guess you could essentially just buy the short the SPY, but I think I'd prefer to just take the opposing side on the TVIX here. Yeah, see, look at this. Called that bounce out on the nose. Interesting trade idea. Would have been up 60 cents. Like I said, I could see a pullback down to 248, and then if it doesn't, if it breaks that, at least 247.50 would be the next level to watch. It's just about whether the SPY bounces at 248. I know that's a big support and resistance level as well. Thanks for the sub, Steven. I know a Stephen Boyd. Let me make sure. I think Stephen Boyd's probably a common name, but I appreciate the sub. Let me see. Yeah, the one I know is Stephen Boyd. He spells his name wrong. I guess I agree with you there, brother. Appreciate the sub, Jebediah. Thanks, man. Was that a sarcastic comment by Alex, man? What's wrong, Alex? You don't like the stream, bro? You upset about something, brother? Speak your mind, man. What's wrong? Who, Alex? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was sarcastic or not. If he thinks I'm going to post a video saying I made 20K, he doesn't watch the channel much because everybody here probably knows I trade pretty small sizing, and that each trade I get into is most usually on the stream. What's up, Salty? Long time no see, brother. Good to see you, man. Hope you're having a happy new year thus far, brother. Which stock are you guys talking about, Jason and Eric? MRIN. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, Salty. Alex, man, you must really not watch my videos at all. You might be getting me actually confused with somebody else, Alex, is what I think you're really doing, brother. But yeah, man. This would have been a beautiful trade though for TVIX, but no. If you think I put out videos of me making huge gains with large sizing, then you are mistaken, brother. Watch. Guys in the stream, do I put out videos of me making huge gains? Because I really don't. You know, this is the problem with YouTube, right? And I'm not hating on you, Alex. Like I actually understand your skepticism. I really do. Like I understand his skepticism. You know why I understand his skepticism is because other people on YouTube, they'll stream and they'll take a loss, and then after the stream closes down, they'll put out a video like, "Look, I just made thousands of dollars." You know, when it's really easy to cherry pick your winners, only upload your winners and be like, "Look how much money I made." And YouTube is filled with people like that. And so, like I said, I think Alex has actually mistaken me for somebody else because I actually preach against that. And I trade small sizing no matter what. And I definitely don't put videos out of me making ridiculous $20,000 gains. That's just not me, you know. Every trade I get into is usually on the stream. I don't think he's actually trolling me. I think he actually mistaked me for somebody else is what I really think he did. And like I said, I actually agree with Alex's skepticism on traders, you know. I mean, I think he's obviously wrong about me because I really don't do that. You know, the last trades that I posted or the last videos I posted of a trade were months ago. And so I think he probably confused me with somebody else. But I understand his skepticism for traders that do that. But yeah, I mean, that's my trade idea. Like, the TVIX trade with the SPY would have been beneficial. And so I think a trade idea I could have that I've kind of been looking at, that you guys have kind of seen me, is that looking at the SPY, waiting for it to hit major resistance. In this case, it was the previous day's closing price. And then taking a scalp move on the TVIX on the other side, on the opposing side. I think that trade idea makes sense, and this one would have followed through up to about 90-cent gain for TVIX. And so I think that one does make sense. That's right, Luke. Yeah, no, you're good, Alex. Like, listen, man, you probably have me confused with other people just because, like, listen, man, like, I live stream every day. Like, I'm not one of those people that live streams occasionally. Like, I live stream every single day. And I usually don't post a video of any trades I get. If I get into a trade once the stream ends, usually I'll just make a community post about it. And usually it's like a $20 gain or like a $30 gain. It's never a $20,000 gain. I've never had a $20,000 gain. And so, like I said, I understand your skepticism, but I really think you have me mistaken with somebody else. Because I do this every day. I live stream every day, you know. That's right, Luke. I'm always posting pictures of my Lambo, you know, my Lambo. I don't have a Lambo, by the way. I have a Toyota, you know, just to clarify. But my Toyota's gangster, though, man. VTVT, CCCL. Yeah, that's who you're talking about, Alex. And this is, like I said, right? And this is something that everybody should understand about YouTube in general, right? Is that some people hate on me. I'm not even talking about Alex, because Alex isn't even hating on me. But people hate on me, and they say all this different stuff, right? When the only other people on YouTube, one, they don't actually live stream every day. You know, they may occasionally live stream, and a lot of times this is what happens on YouTube. Like, a trader on YouTube will cherry pick their winners, like never post their losses, and just only upload their winners. And they'll upload a winning trade after winning trade after winning trade after winning trade, right? But you can't verify any of it. They hide their account balance. You know what I mean? They hide their profit and loss. They hide everything. And they only post their winning trades. And then you get some traders that occasionally try to live stream, right? But live streaming will hurt somebody's brand if they try to pretend to be better than they are. And so they'll live stream, take a bunch of losses over and over and over again. And then they'll close the stream down and then post a winning trade like, look, I rebounded from it. When it's like, yeah, but it's not really verified. And that's just kind of the state of the YouTube trading world. Most people are cherry picking their winners. Very few people are live streaming their actual trades every day like I am. And even if they do live stream, most of them are hiding their account balance and they're hiding everything. And so it's just the state of the trading world. And I think those traders get success because it feels good for traders to watch somebody pretend to be profitable. And like that's just what we get in the trading world. And so that's why, regardless of whether Mitch and I are win or lose or whatever you want to say, regardless of whether we have good days or bad days or whether we win or lose, we're just honest with people about it. We show people everything and we can't hide anything. And so, people can hate, that's fine. But we're the most honest people on YouTube right now in the trading world because everybody else is hiding everything. And we just try to be honest with people about it. But yeah, broker statements can be doctored as well, though. Like, broker statements can be doctored as well. Like, I don't really trust people unless they, like, show everything. Like, they have to show everything, Like, broker statements can be doctored and faked. Very easy to do. And so, like, that's why, like, Mitch and I just try to stream every day. You can keep track of how we're doing, win or loss. Uh, You guys are very honest, but to be fair, Ross Cameron shows his trades every single day. He's way more honest than people say he is. I mean, I don't know what Ross does. I don't think he might. Here's the thing, like he can. I'm not saying Ross is or is not honest because I really don't know. I do appreciate Warrior Trading's free content. I don't know if I would pay for their course, but I do appreciate the free content that Warrior Trading puts out. So, like, let me just preface this with that. Now, it's very easy, like I said, for people to cherry pick their winners. Like it goes like this, right? Like a trader on YouTube, they can trade, right? And they might have 4 losses. They can have 4 losses in a row, right? And then they have one winning trade after those 4 losses. And they can cut out the losses, only upload the winning trade, and then be like, look how much money I made today. Like, look how much money I made today. Whenever it's like, yeah, you had 4 losses prior to that, you're just not showing that. You're just showing the one winning trade you had, like, look how much money I made. And so I'm not saying Ross does that. I don't know, to be honest. I think Ross is probably honest, just because I've seen Ross go on downswings. And if you look at everybody else on YouTube, most of them are never uploading a loss video. Like, almost all of them are only uploading winning trades. They're never uploading losing trades because, like I said, they're trying to protect their brand. Now, I don't know what Ross does. I appreciate the free content he puts out, but like I said, I usually don't try to say any names, but I don't know if Ross is legit or not. Appreciate the sub, Robert. Welcome, brother. Yeah, you just got a lot of charlatans in the trading world, man. Like, you just got a lot of charlatans, like a lot of fakes, And that's why I said, regardless of whether I'm win or lose, regardless of whether I have a good day, good month, bad month, whatever, like, at least you could see everything, And that's, nobody else is doing that, Not to have a big ego with this, but just nobody else is doing it, I'm sure other people are better traders than I might be, but nobody else is being honest with people, Like, there's too many people out there just kind of posting, is it possible to make $1 billion in a week with a $1,000 account? Absolutely. Buy my $7,000 course and I'll show you. Like, that's what we get in the stock market. And, of course it's possible. Just like winning the lottery is possible. Is it likely? No. And so trading's a long game. You know, it's like earning a degree. You're probably going to lose money. It probably is going to take years. But once you actually do it, you'll have something that, you know, you'll be set with for the rest of your life. And so it's kind of how it goes. Look at MRIN go, though, man. Nice little run for MRIN. CGC maybe bouncing off the VWAP. Let's see what Cron did today. Cron running up. Yeah, Ross is a scalper, Clay. So, like, Ross will take big position sizes, quick trades, and just kind of scalp them. That's what Ross is. Like, Ross scalps. And it's not for everybody for sure. It's a very niche trading style. Hey, bud. Here, come here. Let me see that. Come here. Here, come here. What are you doing over there, buddy?
I was just playing.
You're playing with what?
I don't know what I'm playing.
Good luck, Ron. What did Watt end up doing? Watt ended up bouncing back. Interesting. NBEV actually had another VWAP bounce.
Daddy, can I run in here?
Yeah, you could run. You just gotta be careful, okay? Okay? Sorry, my son's home. Tesla? It's not Tesla, TSLA. There we go. Tesla big red day. I mean, you gotta kind of look at the daily chart for Tesla here. Something bad came out for Tesla, I'm guessing. Some type of bad news. Maybe it's just the overall SPY. But Tesla had a bad 2 days. Let's look up the news on Tesla. Something happened with it. All right, so Q4 revenue came out for Tesla. Tesla also cut prices for all cars in the U.S. in response to the loss of a green tax credit.
I was playing with this, Daddy.
Yeah, the Q4
Daddy,
numbers
I was playing with
were
this.
lower than the estimates.
I was playing with this.
Oh, that's cool, bud. You want to say hey to everybody?
Hey,
Come here.
my name is Jackie.
Come here.
I said that. Alright.
You got to come over here. They can't hear you. Come here.
Hey, my name is Jackie.
Your name's Jackie?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, bud. Yeah, Stefan. He's running laps around the pool table. We have a pool table in my office up here. He's running laps around it. Really, right now he's running around with, like, we have our Christmas tree water, like, pole that you, like, pour water in. It, like, waters the Christmas tree. He's running around the pool table, hitting it with that. But yeah, Tesla had bad Q4 numbers, and so tried to rebound. It's kind of sideways right now. What's up, Herson? Nothing, man. I mean, kind of a choppy day in the market right now. I don't know if I'm going to get back in. Hold on. Hey, bud, be careful, okay? I don't know if I'm going to get in anything else. Had one trade, small loss. Not a big deal. Just kind of waiting, see if I see anything I like, but haven't really yet. SPY. SPY's running, huh? Yeah, there's the pullback in the SPY. Like I said, man, that level held. Like Isaac, you and I were right, man. This 248.50 level held. Previous day's closing price. And it gives me a trade idea, you know, because like I said, if I was kind of doing a mental paper trade, but the $73 level would have been my entry, and would have gone up about $1.50. So looked okay there. It's going to be something I'm going to start back testing on with this kind of TVIX SPY strategy. See if I can find any examples of it. So what I'm looking for is a big gap down in the SPY, and then here's another example of it here. You get to the closing price, you get a bounce. So this is what I'm looking for. Very interesting here. See, the closing price was right here. Let's look if we see we got a bounce there. We did. Look at that. Let's look at this again. Closing price up here. No. Closing price down here. No, never really got there. Closing price right here. Yeah, that one worked too. So it looks good right now, honestly. Trading the SPY off of the previous day's closing price, looking for a rejection, resistance or support to form, and then trading the opposing side on the TVIX is kind of this trade idea that I've been thinking. This one would have failed right here. Closing price here. Yep. Look at that. That one would have worked too. Interesting. Closing price here. Yeah, would have worked there too. Interesting here, man. Very interesting trade idea. Let's look at this previous day's closing price here. Look at that, man. This is pretty spot on right now. And I'm not talking about actually trading with the SPY. I'm talking about trading it off at the TVIX and UVXY, taking it in the opposing direction, right? So like in this case, I would short the TVIX once it got up there. But it looks pretty solid, honestly. Closing price here. Never got there. Closing price here. This one kind of would have failed, but that one would have failed too. That one's torn. I noticed a little bit later on in the day it doesn't work as well. This one would have failed too. So it's interesting. Makes sense, honestly. May start to look at that one. I appreciate the sub, KP. Thanks, brother. Hey, bud, that's too loud, okay? You gotta stop that. TVIX had a little fade there. Didn't look terrible. All right, guys. Well, if anybody's interested in using TradeNet, which is the broker I use, you can go through my link. To explain TradeNet, my voice is kind of going out, but to explain TradeNet, TradeNet's similar to a prop firm. You pay for a package, it's not a deposit, but with that, they give you a certain amount of buying power. So like with their cheapest package, you pay $500, and with that, they give you $14,000 in buying power with a $700 max loss. And so you actually get $200 extra to lose. And commissions are pretty cheap. It equals out to about 0.0075 cents per share. But like if you're using 300 shares or less, commissions are usually going to be $3 or $4 for a complete round trip. It's a pretty cheap commissions. There is a profit split, but if anybody's interested in checking out the broker I use, I just posted the link. It's the jump to click link. I make a commission from it, but it's one of the ways we continue to keep this stream free every day. So if you go through the link, I appreciate any support. Also, check out Trade Ideas. If you're wondering what scanners I'm using Trade Ideas scanners. They're right here. You can go check those out. Trade Ideas makes my mornings really easy, and they're just a cool company. They allow me to actually stream these scans every day. So go check out Trade Ideas. I just posted that link in the chat as well. What do I think about Social Security in the marketplace? What do you mean by that, to be honest? I don't really understand what you mean by that. Yeah, VTVT's at the VWAP. I can't trade it, though. Yeah, VTVT's back up there. I wonder if they sell put options for VTVT. If they do on Robinhood, I might buy a put option on VTVT. No, they don't, unfortunately. I would really like to buy one for VTVT right now. I think it looks extended. PRAN is kind of just consolidating under the VWAP as well here. We'll see what we get. Tiva rebounded. SPY must be going up right now, right? Yep. Yeah, no options for it. Will CCCL continue? Let's look at it. Yeah, it's got to break over this level. Like, I kind of agree with two-way. It's got to break over this level, because if it doesn't break over this level, it's either a double top or it is a lower high. And so, you know, the level I'm kind of looking at is 210 and 225, and then obviously 235 up here. And so it just depends. If it can pull over 225, hold that level of support, and then move up to test 235, I like it a little bit more. But if it falls down and specifically breaks under 210, I like it less. I think it may continue dropping and at least test 2. So it's just about, I like 225, where two-way's talking about, because you can see the support here, or the resistance. And so if it breaks over that and then holds support, I like it a little bit more, but we'll see. It's still a little too early to tell. It's still kind of going sideways. It had an initial push, and then it's just been going sideways. Yeah, no stress, Tyrell. No worries, brother. Appreciate the support, man. AMD just running up here. Yeah, I mean, I have an electric cigarette, Jack, and so I'm vaping that. Yes. Appreciate the sub, Too Fresh. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. So, guys, we got to kind of plan something, man. I'm almost at 10,000 subs. So, we got to plan something for 10,000 subs. Maybe like a giveaway or, something. We got to plan something for 10,000 subs. I'm almost there. I got about 800 to go. And should be there within a month, I think. Maybe a month and a half. But we got to plan something. All right, James. Have a good day, brother. What do you guys think for 10,000 subs? What should we do? Nice, Houston. Nice work, brother. Hopefully we get some more volume back in the market. Hey, nice. I don't want to mispronounce your name. Let me try it. Algero? Algero? Is that right? Or it might be just Alero. Vape giveaway. 10,000 subs and I'll try scalping for a week. I don't know, man. Happy New Year's, Zuriel. Thanks, brother. But yeah, I'm not seeing too much I like right now. I gave it one shot, didn't work out, and just don't see much else I really like in this market. Hopefully we get some more volume back tomorrow. Algero. Yeah, hopefully we get some more volume tomorrow. I think it'll probably be Monday when we get some volume back in the market, though. I think, like most people say, I think most people are out of town right now, on vacation, maybe hungover a little bit. And so, yeah, I do options sometimes, Matthew. It just depends. Like, I have a very specific option strategy. If you look at some of these, like, I'll show you my option strategy, right? Like, back here, I made some money on QD. I think it was here. So what I really do with options is, like, I look for big overextended gaps, right? Like, I look for big overextended gap ups, and I try to buy put options on those big overextended moves, right? And so, like, I look for a stock. Most of the time, they're cheaper stocks, and so sometimes options aren't available. But I look for stocks that are gapping up 20, 30, 40%. Low float, preferably, that most likely aren't going to hold those gains, and I buy like a 2 week to a month put option on that stock and just kind of wait for it to come back down. That's my option strategy. And so there haven't been as many plays with the market being how it is. We haven't been getting that many big overextended gap ups. Pran would have been nice, but there's no put options on Pran. But like, this is an example. Like, you look for a big overextended gap, wait for it to give back some of the gains. Is kind of what I look for. Elias, I use TEFs, which is TradeNet. I use Thinkorswim for charts, and then TradeNet for my actual executing broker. You can see TEFs is right here, and then Thinkorswim for charts here. Yeah, if anybody's interested in using TradeNet, you can go through my link and get you 10% off, I think, a TradeNet package. But do your research, But, yeah, that's what I use is TradeNet. And I posted the link if you want to check them out. But, yeah, kind of a so-so day. Not much volume. One losing trade. I'll take it. I'll see you all tomorrow. So good luck for the rest of the day, all. Like I said, if you want to use TradeNet, I just posted the link. And, yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. We'll see you all a little bit later. Yeah, silver bars might be nice, Brian, but I was actually thinking gold bars might be better. You know what I mean? I just think that would be more friendly of me to just give away 1 ounce gold bars. Right? I'm done scalping. Just got $11. I'm still a newbie and still learning. Small target is enough. What do you think? Yeah, man, it just depends on the risk reward with scalping. With bigger sizing, you got to have a tight risk. and try to take advantage of it. And so it all just depends on the risk reward. Later, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Good luck in the markets. If you're in our classes, we'll see you tonight. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow morning. So have a good day, y'all.